Teradek has launched the Prism Mobile Backpack, a 5G broadcasting tool optimized for 4K HDR video, designed for global news and live events. It features Teradek's 4K bonded cellular encoder and up to 4-node 5G modems. The backpack offers flexibility in modem encounter and encoder, and battery choices, support direct uploads to camera to cloud platforms, and ensures faster speeds with 5G support. So, Philip.
So, I mean, this is interesting. So Teradek is sort of moving into the TVU world and the live view world with these bonded cellular systems. Obviously, with 5G, especially if you're in a facility or in an area that has the millimeter wave tech, and you're talking about a gig of bandwidth per modem. Obviously, it's typically is only in dense cities. But out in the field, and as we get more and more 5G, these units are really going to be very, I mean, it's displacing all of what was satellite and microwave transmission. It's making it so much easier for people to collect news, collect live events, sporting events, just over a cellular network. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, if somebody else pops up in the market. Obviously, Teradek was a big creator of transmission-based hardware in the film industry, and now they're just taking it to that next step of incorporating in the bonded cellular technology.
You know, I thought it was interesting, Philip, because last week we talked about, well, how many people are really using 4K? And here we go again.
Yeah.
So do you think it will start to be that all of these manufacturers are offering this, so the broadcasters will say, okay, we've got to go, or?
So I think one thing I think is interesting is that the 4K. I remember distinctly seeing a presentation at Sony Pictures around why the Lucille Ball show did so well, held up. It's because it was shot on the latest technology, video at the time. It was higher resolution than film, and sort of the same thing here. Sort of future proofing is that they're going to use a lot of this 4K capability, I think, for capture, not necessarily live to air, although it will go live to air, but they'll capture it 4K, so they're going to have that, you know, sort of that future-proof resolution when we get to the point where 4K becomes more ubiquitous. And I think with OTT distribution and all these alternate methods for distributing content, you're going to see 4K pick up. I'm more excited to see HDR than anything else. The 4K is interesting. I wish they focused a little more on HDR. That's a little more realistic on things. But yeah, I think that you're going to see an adoption. It's just going to be in different areas, and then is it the tail wagging the dog or the cart before the horse, or whatever the acronym or the statement is. But I think that's going to be a big driver.